I know you're just back, Senator, from this bipartisan delegation you were on. You went to Kyiv, you met there with President Zelinsky. How significant is this apparent breakthrough right now for the U.S. and the allies to start providing Abrams and Leopard battle tanks to Ukraine?
It is profoundly significant, Wolf. We heard again and again, not only from President Zelinsky, but from his top military leaders, that these tanks, remember the firepower, the armor they have, the mobility, are essential to defending against the onslaught, the Russian offensive that is anticipated not months from now, but literally weeks away. And one of the key military leaders said to me, "Why don't you trust us?" In effect saying, we have used what you've given us to such great effect. They pushed them away from Kyiv, the Russians. They have made major progress in the east. Now the conflict is deadlocked, and the Ukrainians want to mount their own counteroffensive, and the tanks are essential. But here's the key point, Wolf: time. Time is of the essence. Time is not on their side. So they need these tanks literally tomorrow, not months from now. Training, transport need to be compressed.
Because you keep pointing out, Senator, this is, in your words, a critical turning point in the war that we're seeing right now. What will it take in the upcoming spring fighting to convince Putin he simply can't win in Ukraine?
What it will take is success on the ground, and an offensive that puts in play Crimea and points close to the border with Russia so that Putin feels the heat of their military prowess. The tanks are important as a message to Putin that he's not going to fracture or divide the allies, as has been part of his goal all along. And you're absolutely right. The war is at a critical turning point, a time of maximum danger, but also major opportunity. And I can't emphasize strongly enough how important time is. And there's a larger lesson here, Wolf, that I would say we all ought to take from this experience. We have provided what is needed when the Ukrainians have requested, but often only after delay. The HIMARS artillery, the Patriot missile defense, some of the other arms. We need to take the lesson to say yes. That ought to be the default. Yes, until we find a persuasive reason to say no, because the delay often takes a toll in blood and lives on the battlefield.
Yeah, good important point.